Hi, everyone. Wanted to thank you for joining me today for an informative and interesting webinar. My name is Dana Leibler, and I'm a Business Development Manager at Argentum Consultants. And here today we're going to talk about Horizon Europe 2022 and the cancer mission. Before we jump into talking about the cancer mission, I want to say just a little bit about us. Argentum specializes in EU research and innovation funding. The company was established in 1999 and since then has had vast experience and expertise in obtaining governmental funding for innovative technology, research and development. We have 30 employees divided into 3 departments: strategy, business development, and consulting and writing team. Our vision is to target innovative funding opportunities and to enhance participation and success in multinational research and innovation projects. Argentum is aligned with the EU Commission's goals and work closely with NCPs, the national contact points, in order to deepen the understanding of EU directives, guidelines, and value chains. It is Argentum's objective to become the leading expert in cooperation between overlapping technological sectors in the EU. The EU's budget for the years 2021 to 2027, Horizon Europe, is 1.21 trillion euros, and you can see the distribution here in the graph. Okay. So here we're talking about the funding opportunities and the selection criteria. The first stage to funding is choosing the call proposal. It's important to choose the right call. So when a company chooses a grant for submission, we consider the following criteria. First is the field. A bottom-up call is one that is open to all fields of technology, whereas top-down is a specific call that's aligned with the EU's agenda. Another consideration is the type of funding mechanism. A European funding mechanism supported by the EU, like Horizon Europe, or bilateral, for example, a technological collaboration between 2 countries, or a national funding initiative. A third criteria that needs to be considered is the type of application procedure as well. So whether the submission is as a single applicant or as part of a collaborative project, a consortium. And finally, the choice should be made according to the company's needs and strategy, all the while considering the success rate of each opportunity. Here are 5 missions. The European Commission recently announced how it will allocate the first 673 million of the 19 research calls to fulfill 5 Horizon Europe missions in health, climate, and environment. It's part of the Horizon Europe program that promotes European collaboration and creation of partnerships between SMEs, research institutes, and consortia over surrounding a topic of research. The cancer mission objectives, as they have been published, are understanding cancer, prevention and early detection, diagnosis and treatment, quality of life for patients and their families. And here we're talking about Argentum's multi-submission strategy. This is our approach to funding. So a company, one of our clients that will work with us, we will explore all these options for them. And if their field of activity is cancer research, we would be considering Horizon Europe Cluster 1, ERA PerMed, EIT Health, TransScan, IHI, Innovative Health Initiative. So if we're looking here, for example, at the cancer mission and these details, then our strategists at Argentum have gathered not only Horizon Europe calls that target prevention, diagnostic, and therapies against cancer, but a whole range of funding opportunities that might fit your current projects or prospects. And you can see that there is a blank hexagon here, basically because we're continuously looking for more opportunities for you as well. So these details will be filled in throughout our year of engagement. And we really do believe in this approach, and we feel that the non-dilutive funding should be a strategy for you. And this way we do maximize your chances of success in the submission process. Here are some examples of calls for proposals that we have found for our clients under the cancer mission. I'll just read out one or two: improving and upscaling primary prevention of cancer through implementation research, strengthening research capacities of comprehensive cancer. There's more: towards the creation of a European Cancer Patient Digital Center, establishing of national cancer mission hubs, and creation of network to support the mission on cancer. As I mentioned, also we look at the IHI. This is a public-private partnership between the European Union and the European life science industries. The calls below require consortia, either universities, companies, large or small, and other health stakeholders. And it's eligible for EU members and Horizon associated countries. Swiss companies and UK companies will need to check at the time of preparation and submission. Here are more examples of opportunities that we have found for companies in the field of cancer. There's the Silver Deal, person-centered health and care throughout the EU, and improving population-level screening strategies and programs for non-communicable diseases. Even more opportunities that we have found for our clients in the field of cancer, in research and interventions. Here is another example of a fund that we have identified for our client. We're expecting also to reopen in 2023. And for TransScan, each research consortium must involve a minimum of 3 partners and a maximum of 6, and the eligible partners must be from at least 3 different countries. And this grant aims at coordinating investment in identified common priority areas of cancer research that contribute to significant advances in cancer prevention, detection, diagnosis, treatment, and quality of life for patients. What I had presented examples, those were the top-down calls. Those are specific calls. And here we have an example of a bottom-up call, a call that's open to all fields of activity. So that we have the EIC, the European Innovation Council, 3 grants. We have the EIC Accelerator, EIC Transition, and EIC Pathfinder. And the idea is to support innovative companies from early stage until market readiness. So here you see that each grant supports different stages of a company's technology readiness level, TRL. Each grant has 2 tracks. There's open and challenge driven. Open is open to all fields of technology, and the challenge driven is thematic, and this changes every year. Another example of a bottom-up call is under the Eureka umbrella, Eurostars. It offers bilateral programs for funding. And it's interesting to note that Eureka is open to some countries that cannot usually apply to EU grants, such as Argentina, Canada, Monaco, San Marino, Singapore, South Africa, South Korea, and Switzerland. So we know here at Argentum that the abundance of funding opportunities is challenging to navigate, and that the complexity of the submission process, in addition to the many details and guidelines, is very time-consuming. So what we have done is that we've developed a unique method to increase our clients' access to funding while maintaining their efforts. And this is what I have mentioned before as our multi-submission approach. So by following this method of submission, our strategists and consultants are able to get a firmer grasp on the activity of your company, especially your technology. They become familiar with it, they understand it, and this allows us to write better submission proposals because we can gain more depth of knowledge. From a strategic point of view, our work can be summarized as follows. As a client at Argentum, we ensure you a personalized service with regular meetings throughout the year. We'll first set a kickoff meeting in order to discover the assets and develop projects for your company. With all of this information, our consultants will suggest to you the open calls that you can target throughout the year. But this is according to your priorities and timelines. Once you've decided which calls you want to apply for, then we'll set a schedule together for the year to come, and we'll transfer you to our professional team who will write the proposals with you. They will need your responsiveness in order to receive all the material needed and to submit on time. This process is in constant evolution, growing with your projects and your developments, and also regarding the launch of new promising calls. So our role here is really to guide you throughout the submission process and maximize your chances of obtaining funding. So that's all for today. I wanted to thank you very much for joining me. Later on, our marketing team will send a follow-up email. If you have any questions for me, I'm happy to be in touch with you, and I look forward to hearing from you. And thanks for your time today.